She thought it was just breakfast on till the military started saluting her. One moment she was serving coffee. The next, she was being punished for showing kindness to a veteran. What they didn't know, someone was watching, and the video? It exploded online. Nora Blake ran the Homefront Cafe, a place that smelled like cinnamon and second chances. Her favorite hour? Veterans only, every Saturday morning. She never advertised it. She just made space for old warriors to feel human again. That day, Tyrell Mason walked in. Shadow, his service dog, limped beside him. Nora nodded gently and brought him coffee without a word. Logan Fields, a health inspector no one liked, entered. Next, that animal can't be here. Nora didn't flinch. This animal saved lives. Logan was cold. Rules are rules. Nora smiled sadly. Then I guess I'll break them. Right then, her district manager showed up, loud, angry, embarrassed. You're fired, Nora. Effective immediately. Nora said nothing. She hugged Tyrell. She kissed Shadow's head. And she walked out, but across the room, a local blogger had recorded it all, quietly. Every second, what started as a sacrifice turned into a movement. Nora had no job, but she had a voice. And now, the whole country was listening. Nora never thought her refusal to kick out a veteran would echo so far. But by the next morning, the small-town cafe she once ran was the center of something huge. People gathered before sunrise, whispering rumors about a high-ranking visitor. No one knew what was about to happen, but no one left either. Then at 10:27 a.m., 4 military Humvees rolled in like storm clouds over calm waters. Out came Colonel Ellis Granger, followed by uniformed Marines. He walked toward the cafe, where Nora's absence left a quiet emptiness. Everyone held their breath. Without a word, the colonel stepped inside, faced the back wall, and saluted. A long, perfect salute. Then, in front of every camera, he said, "This woman gave wounded soldiers what medals couldn't: peace, dignity, and kindness." The crowd stood stunned. Then a drill team marched forward, removing the corporate logo and replacing it with a bold new sign. Nora's Stand, home of the quiet hero. The name change wasn't just symbolic. It meant something had shifted. People didn't come for coffee anymore. They came to feel something real. Veterans from other states arrived. The media camped outside. Social feeds exploded with hashtags praising a woman who didn't back down. Nora had simply done the right thing. But now the world had done something rare. They noticed. Keywords: emotional twist, hero cafe, single woman sacrifice, veteran tribute, military respect, viral recognition, powerful salute, Nora's courage, quiet act, big change, real hero moment, corporate to community, dignity over rules, Colonel Ellis, service dog rights. America remembers 3 weeks after that storm of applause in the cafe. Nora Blake stood at the steps of the Capitol, gripping a speech she had rewritten 20 times. The Veteran Advocacy Conference had never invited a waitress before, but Nora wasn't just a waitress anymore. She took a deep breath and faced the crowd. "I'm not a hero," she began. "I just refused to stay quiet when I saw someone treated like they didn't matter." Her voice cracked, but her words dug deep. As she spoke, Jason Weller sat silently in the front row, tears escaping the corners of his eyes. Once judged, once ignored, now honored because someone saw him. Tiffany Monroe watched from backstage, no longer the corporate voice, but a quiet supporter. She didn't wear a suit that day. She wore a t-shirt that read, "Dignity doesn't need a uniform." Back home, Nora's Cafe became a second home to countless forgotten veterans. People now traveled miles just to sit at the same table where the story began. The new sign above the door read, "Nora's Place, where heroes are heard." Every day she still brewed the same coffee, still cleaned the same tables. But now she also held grief, memory, and joy within the walls of that place. One day, a woman in uniform approached her and said, "Ma'am, my husband never came back from the war, but your story made me feel like someone still cares." Nora looked up, eyes shining, and whispered, "He was never forgotten, not here." And that's how a quiet woman became louder than any flag or trumpet. Not by yelling ... but by refusing to look away. When one heart listens, even the world stops and salutes. If that moment gave you chills, you're not the only one. Subscribe now to feel more stories like this, stories that matter.